and I hope everybody's doing fine today. I am exhausted. Just got it done, a long road trip. Driving my younger son to college, and my other son is going to college tomorrow, so I figured I might as well get a Madden game in here to continue our franchise. First thing that I saw was Heavy Rain. We are going to have Heavy Rain for this game, and basically we're looking at like running the ball, because that's what we do. We run the ball. I don't care if it's rain, I don't care if it's snow, we are going to run the ball. So I'm not worried about contracts. I'm not overly worried about college thing here. Weekly strategy, we're definitely worried about that. Okay, here's the thing. I'm just as worried about their what's called than ours. Our defensive fatigue is fine, so I'm perfectly fine with continuing. No reason to switch it. We are looking at ours, and we are going to run it inside. Let's see if we have any fatigue. We don't have any fatigue, so we can go full pads and go straight at it. And let's start training, and hopefully we don't have any injuries. Okay. Because we want to see everybody get like some good time, but we also don't want to get anybody injured. So we're looking good. Let's upgrade some players. They got their practice in, so they're feeling good. And I definitely always want to use a run stopper. Run stopper just has so many things with tackling and making sure a player tackles better. Give me that over anything else right now. I can develop and I can make do and make adjustments for poor pass coverage, but poor tackling and poor run coverage, that's something I have no room for in the world. So that is why a lot of times I am heavily focused on the run stopper. And if you look at our division as well, our division is full of people that do that. I need you to be a better route runner. I'd like to see him run a little bit better routes. That's going to do nothing but help us. I mean, yes, he does have that overall speed and quickness that will make him a vertical threat, but I am not worried about that, and I want him to be able to catch better. And that's got a nice 1+1 on the lead block. That's good. I'd like to see that. Cornerbacks definitely want to see good man-to-man coverage, because the primary time I'm doing man-on-man coverage. And our team isn't horrible at man-to-man. So if I ever need these guys to step in, I want them to be able to do man-to-man. Again, I need my linebackers to be able to tackle. I mean, because Watkins, dude, you have so many problems. I think he is a practice squad player, so he's just not overly worried about him. Strong safety, yeah, give me some run support. There we go. +2 on tackle. I love seeing that. Because even if he is deep and stuff and it has nothing to do with the run, it's good to see. Burnett, I need you to be more of a pass rusher. There you go. Power moves. +3. Love to see that. Like to see him get pumped up and get his some other moves going on, but that is what it is. Do I need to change any of these? See, that's going to be impossible. 15 first downs I'm fine with. Yeah, give me over 150 yards rushing. I'd rather see that today. And defensively, no conversions on 4th. That's the easiest one to get. And I like to see that one. Because odds are they're not going to be going on 4th down at all day long. Wallace and Smith are able to play again. And let's get the game. Again, I hope everybody's doing fine out there.
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Eagles and the Panthers, and it's coming up next.
Yes, DH Baller, I'll try to remember to do that after this game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown.
Just please hit KBB69 and subscribe there.
Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Because if you don't subscribe to my channel on YouTube, I'm not subscribing back to you.
And CD, this is a passing league. I don't think you would argue that thought. But our ball game here features a couple of teams with strong offensive lines that really like to work the ground game.
And you and I have both heard from different people in the league who's saying that it's becoming a little bit of a lost art in the NFL, the ability to run.
Look at that rain on the helmet.
And
love it.
From defensive coordinators who tell us that they play the pass first. That's not something you normally hear. But these two offenses, they're true to who they are. Both ranked in the top 5 in terms of rushing yardage. I think they're both going to use those massive offensive lines to try and wear down these defenses.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, here come the Eagles on offense, and it's Jalen Hurts at the controls in his second season now out of Oklahoma.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Yeah, they're probably gonna do this all day. I mean, I would.
Dancing to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, I thought I did an audible already, and I didn't, obviously.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. As Sanders
Whoa!
has a pump free, and the Panthers have recovered.
I think that's his first fumble all year.
Panthers offense led out by their new quarterback for 2021 in his 4th season overall now after 3 with the Jets. It's Sam Darnold.
Many people put stock in a quarterback's record as a starter. Sam Darnold just 13 and 25 overall with the Jets. So many think that he's not going to be the guy, but there's a lot of talent there, and the Carolina Panthers are expecting it to come out. This could be a classic case of a change of scenery could do him well. Plus the surrounding cast that he's inheriting in Carolina, better than anything he played with in New York. This is a great opportunity for Sam Darnold.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second and 2. First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
There we go, got it.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL.
I would have had him even deeper.
You got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. A couple of former Jets, Darnold to Anderson, first down Carolina. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Good night, baby. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 22 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
I hate to see that.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The numbers for Sanders last week, 1 rushing touchdown, yes, but look at the rushing yards. He was up near 200.
The one phrase I'd use to describe that performance, he carved up that defense.
2nd down, back to Sanders. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game.
That's all my fault. I waited way too long.
Worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Yeah, I just waited too long on that one.
Gets this one away. Able to slither by. And pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Up to make the tackle, Anthony Harris, former Viking. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week.
No, that's perfect. Ripped right out of him. 1-2.
Take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the win to go.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
From the 24, Hurts. Open man has got it, the tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him. Because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Caught by the tight end, Hurts. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Travis Fulgham had some big games in 2020. Claimed off waivers from Green Bay before the year. Spent time on the Eagles practice squad before ascending to the varsity. And they're hoping to see more catches like the one they just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
The former Cardinal Hassan Reddick in on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks him. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about out. He shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
And I was going for Ertz there on that play. It looked like more of a pass to
Fights forward for only about a yard after
to Fulgham there, and I was not throwing to him.
Things were pretty stacked up there in the middle.
And there was a guy right there, and
I think ultimately
it's not where I wanted to throw the ball. So that was kind of unfortunate. We're just going to have to pick it up.
2nd and 9. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold.
Oh, crap.
He's got his tight end, it's Tommy Tremble. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage.
He wasn't even close to him.
Good for 30 and a first.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. To the air again, Darnold. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again, Darnold. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. A 1st down throw, Darnold. And Brake, the tight end's got it. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. To throw is Darnold. He's got Anderson on the slant. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
Robbie Anderson makes a nice catch there for a first down. Now in his 2nd year with the Panthers, but he has a history with Sam Darnold, his new quarterback. They played together with the Jets in Darnold's first 2 seasons, 2018 and 2019.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Darnold from the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Anderson. And the Panthers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. McCaffrey. Oh, heck of, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's Sanders. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Tackle made by the former Charger, Denzel Perryman. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Yetur Gross-Matos. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 24, Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson.
Let's go! Let's go!
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st and 10, Darnold. He's going to look deep for more, and that is incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Darnold to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. So Sam Darnold not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. Oh, good-looking return set up here. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big
throw across his body, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
The Carolina Panthers picked up Tommy Tremble in the 3rd round from Notre Dame. This is a tight end with terrific upside, a tremendous blocker, now showing good hands on that catch for a first down.
On first down, it's Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson.
Good job over there, baby. I see y'all. Good job over there, baby.
Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it.
Oh, my gosh, right in his hands.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball up. Throwing is Hurts. Left side here to Sander. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll find the Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Nelson Aguilar, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Kirk Cousins has thrown a touchdown pass. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready, too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here in this game now at their pace. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now whistles. Flag.
Is it on me or them?
One of the Panthers got moving early.
Ooh, perfect.
That's on Pat Elflein, the guard.
Still third down.
And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And what a year Devontae Smith had at Alabama in 2020. The first wide receiver to win the Heisman since Desmond Howard in 1991 while he was at Michigan. The 10th overall pick of the Eagles, who traded up from number 12 to get it.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. To try again after the sack. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Partner, it was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold. Underneath, he's got Brait. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Darnold completes it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down.
Well, we may be looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This is McCaffrey on the give, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23.
Everyone in a Carolina uniform happy to see that first down catch by DJ Moore, but none happier than his new quarterback, Sam Darnold, who never really had a wide receiver 1 in New York. Now he has one in DJ Moore, who's gone over 1,100 yards in each of his last 2 seasons, 3rd in the league in 2020.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, and he's got the hook up to Moore. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And his kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the third quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, this is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Going for it all. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
To throw again on second down. Darnold, his throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing again is Darnold, letting one go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And his kick here is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Derek Brown. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. After the sack on first down, Hurts. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Slide for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, Hurts. The Sanders has got it complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the rookie J.C. Horn. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Darnold now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their...
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Flacco looking for his first toss. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be out right at the 35.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Set the time.
On second and very short, Flacco. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
They got a completion there, but that's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards, we're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's second and 10.
Right there, 54, right there.
Flacco from the gun. On a quick slant, here's Fulgham. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Open man has got it, the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. From the gun, Flacco. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. It's the former Eagle, Malcolm Jenkins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On second and 11 now. Darnold and Blake, the tight end's got it. And he goes out right around the 39. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can...
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the third time. Darius Slay with a pick.
Oh, they can't stop it.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And Sanders there with a first down carry that might have gotten a yard, if that. Second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
I've never felt so defeated in a game before.
Staying on his feet.
What the hell? Get down.
They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
What? How my game's going, I didn't return the field goal attempt.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
Like,
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he gets it down to the 32. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Oh my God, it's not even close.
It's the former Eagle, Malcolm Jenkins. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29.
But I don't care. It's over. I'm not going to use timeouts on a game that I'm getting killed. I was completely shut out. I was demoralized. This is absolutely an indication of where this team is.
This one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense through the
Our defense didn't play that bad. More of our offense, like, put our defense in bad positions.
Exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Panthers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
See, you can't win games when your starting quarterback has a quarterback rating of 18.5. 5 interceptions today from him, 2 from Flacco, and that's not including the fumbles as well. Where are they on the rushing totals, I guess? Yeah, he got a fumble. But it's just nasty. I've never played this bad ever. We turned it over 10 times. You can't win games when you turn it over 10 times. It's just impossible. We should have won. We should beat a team like Carolina, but we didn't. We beat ourselves, and that's just the way it is. It's just really frustrating. It's just demoralizing, and yeah. So, until next time, this is David B69, and I'm defeated, and I am out. Have a good day, people.